Welcome back to the channel. We're on the Bass Highway heading towards Devonport from Launceston. Just showing you a little bit of fog. Currently zero. Oh, here it goes, it's lifting. Nice. Started in the fog. Let's go on another drive. Yeah, 0 Celsius. Should get to a high of 13 today, hopefully. Maybe some rain. Hopefully not. Earlier today I seen someone setting up a speed camera down this way. I'm not sure exactly where, but I'll point it out if I do see it. Plantations to our left. That paddock there's been harvested. There we go, there's the little ones there. They've probably got another 10 years or 5 years left in them.
Has that happened before, Tony?
Oh, it's quite a surprise, no.
A damaged creek next to another data centre, this one owned by QTS. Clean water should not be a luxury for some, Google tells me, but a right for all.
A larger...
After he'd earned his own PhD in social psychology and also clinical psychologist and author Dr. Rebecca Ray.
You're than I've ever been, says Nash, who's in demand these days as a keynote speaker, talking about how to...
Yeah, look, all we can hope for is that he shows up in the same sort of form that he's been in, and yeah, he should be very hard to beat.
You've got a couple of young staying types.
Both Jackie, Beck and our team offer tailored management, regular reviews and expert advice because protecting your investment property is our priority. Whether you're unhappy with your current manager or just want a second opinion, we're here to help. Call the McGrath Devonport team today for a no-obligation property health check.
7AD Breakfast with Darren Kerwin. Call 1300 655 111.
Okay, we missed out on Riff Raff this morning for regular players of Riff Raff, which we have on between 8 and 8:30, thanks to Valentino's. But we had the premiere on this morning, so we didn't get it. But we do have the weekly prize for people who played during the week, and that's $50 to spend at Valentino's Family Restaurant. And our winner this week is Tony. Well done, Tony. We'll send a text to your phone. $50 at Valentino's.
Colourful as he is, he had a more jaundiced view about it. I suppose he says he's getting older and his eyesight's starting to fail, but he still manages to smell out bulls from many miles away.
Tony Scott, I just want to
He didn't use the word excellent though.
Tony Scott's director of the Tassie Scallop Fest. They're frustrated by red tape that's been thrown up. Red tape, they need to fill out forms. Never happened before for the previous 8 years of Tassie Scallop Fiesta coming up in Bridport. I should mention, get around it if you can. Tracy Mallett, CEO of Visit Northern Tasmania. Tracy Mallett, good morning to you.
Good morning, Leon.
And Tracy, you got Tony on the other line, so you two can chat. I'm sure you know each other. You've actually raised this issue. Are you frustrated?
Well, you're obviously saying that, so that's going to tell me that the camera is just up here. So let's have a look. Usually they're a big white box with the camera going up. Looks like a pizza oven. So speed limit is 100, I think. I'm doing 90. Or it could be an accident. But usually that's the sign when someone flashes the lights. But no sign of anything yet. Going to be grayer too, actually. Or is this more fog? I'm not sure. Alright, so we're going back into single lane. Still doing 90. These are kilometres an hour, not miles an hour. Up to 100 here. Pretty sure it's 100. Going over 100, so I'll slow down a bit. Just in case. I got a car right up near Clacker, so to go faster than I do. It's a poor bugger on a push bike. Yeah, going around the bend. Here it is, your white square box. You'll see the camera. It takes pictures of the speed and pictures of if you're holding your mobile phone. So it gets you both ways. I've got both hands on the wheel. My phone is in the cradle. And I was doing 90 in 100 zone, so I'm all good. Yeah, I've seen that guy setting it up this morning. I come down this way earlier on in the dark. Closer to the coastline now. It's just jumped up to 5 degrees Celsius. If we turn here, we can go to Port Sorell. It's actually a very bad intersection. There's been a lot of fatalities back there at that Port Sorell turn off was. And we're approaching the potato on the stick. And at the United Service Station. See if I can get him. Next to the blue sign there, you'll see the big potato. Brown thing. That's him. Yeah, that's been there for a long time. Jeremy Rockcliffe, who is the Premier of the island, he's up for an election next weekend, so that'll be interesting. That's his property there on the left, or his family property. And they grow potatoes. And years ago his father used to have a stall there, like a back of an old 19th 30s truck and big sacks of like 20 and 40 kilogram sacks of potatoes were for sale there. And they don't sell them there no more, but that bit of a monument sort of stayed there. It's the big potato, which isn't that big really, considering all the other bigs all over the place. What's a big thing in your areas? Is the big pineapples, and the big prawn that's up at Ballina, I think. I think that service station might have been taken down. Anyway, as we're coming down here, up gum trees. Turn off there to Railton. See a lot of trucks. We got gas. The main ports on the island up this end is Devonport and Burnie. So you see a lot of trucks coming up empty and hauling their overnight goods away. Here's another refrigerated truck. Fresh freight. I used to be in the transport game a number of years ago. But yeah, don't mind the old drive, and that's probably why I enjoy doing these videos, because I'm always going somewhere. And like, look at the views. Honestly, I hope you're watching this on a big screen. This is the Bass Highway heading up to Latrobe. There's a couple of shipping containers. Politicians over there wanting to get voted next week. A few teardrops of rain. How much is fuel? Let's see, the Ampole, $1.75.9. Go-kart track to the right. John Deere tractors right here on the right. Speedway tracks up the road there. I'll have to go there one night and film it. Look, here's a independent politician here on the left with all the orange. That is Mr. Redgrave. Vote independent. The gum trees. It's like going for a drive in the country. Now we're coming into Latrobe. Latrobe shopping district's down on the left. It's quite a nice little town actually. Sort of like a one street town, old style. But they've got a big hospital up here. Sign there, go left at the roundabout into Latrobe, Sprayton and Sheffield, head straight ahead for Devonport and Burnie and Stanley. Got a red car, he wants to overtake me, let's let him go past. He's in a hurry. Oh, this is a Toyota Corolla or Camry, whatever it was. That's the hospital there on the left, the Mersey Hospital. The hospital, and no one behind me. The red car overtook me in a hurry. He didn't get too far, did he? I don't know why people... I'm getting old, I know, but why are people in so much of a hurry to get somewhere, to risk their safety and the safety of others? Like, we've seen a couple of people do overtaking manoeuvres this morning, which we thought were very dodgy. Here we go, who we got here? We got vote for Ryan, vote for Garland. He is the independent minister for Bass. That independent, Garland, he got in on the lowest count ever of any politician in the history of in Tasmania. In his electorate, he got 0.5% of votes. 0.5. And how he got in is because Labor gave him all the preferences, and other people who gave preferences to the Labor Party ended up going to Mr. Garland. And good luck to him. He become our area our boss in charge of the whole Bass region. He's been there for 12 months, and unbeknownst to him, the Labor Party, who basically got him there, had an opportunity to get a vote through, because it's very tight in Parliament. Labor and the Greens, I'm talking politics, I shouldn't, but Labor and the Greens and a few independents had the numbers to vote a no confidence motion to Jeremy Rockcliffe's Liberal Party. And the Liberals, and it's all different over here in Australia if you're watching it in America, but the Liberals, there was a tight vote, and it went to the chair, and 99.9% of the time the chair will always vote for the sitting government. Well, this time the chair voted in favour of the motion, which meant the motion passed, so either Jeremy Rockcliffe had to resign, he's resigned from being Premier, or find another way to fix it. And he said, well, you know what, go give you the middle finger, Mr. Labor Party. I'm going to call an election, and people can either vote for me or don't vote for me. And he's basically saying Labor's caused all this grief and chaos over the last 12 months. You either pick them for the next 4 years or pick us for the next 4 years. Try not to vote in the independents or the Greens. So we'll see where the election next week, where it heads. It's interesting. I'm always fascinated by politics. I should have become a politician. That's where the money is. Doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. Politicians seem to get rich. Or not, well, certain countries they get rich. Hey, turn off here for the Devonport terminal if you're going on the ferry on the Strait of Tasmania. It's over there on the right hand side. We're just about to drive over the bridge. You probably won't see too much because of the railings, but the ocean, the Bass Strait is to the right, and here we go over the bridge right now, and the river is there on our left. There's all the fuel, and over there the big white bins there, they're the fuel containers when all the petrol and diesel comes to the island. It gets delivered off a ship and pumped directly to those containers. They got them here and they got them in Burnie. So I'm amazed. Everyone driving a car, let's knock the electric vehicles out of the equation. that's another story. But everyone driving a car, the petrol or the diesel, has all come on a ship over 300 miles from the mainland. So you'd think that'd add to the cost of the fuel, wouldn't you? But for some uncanny reason, it's cheaper, or as cheap as the mainland. Maybe it's on the mainland they've got to drive the petrol or the diesel in tankers all over the place. Maybe that's why the costs go up. Maybe here they come in a ship in one spot and they just dump it and then the trucks take it out, but who knows? A friend of mine from New South Wales came to visit me and said he can't believe why it's so cheap. Anyway, he's a British Petroleum, BP, and a McDonald's on the left. And prices here, $1.72.9. That's pretty cheap at the moment. That's a litre. It's dearer than if you add that to a gallon, like it's dearer than the prices in America. Twice as dear actually. But for us dumb Aussies who have been paying premium prices for years, yep. And I'm in this trusty 4-cylinder Jeep driving around. Gets me to where I want to go. I might even take the convertible out for a run if the blue sky comes out over the weekend. Yes, I got a convertible. It gets a bit cold in winter, but moisture gets in. They never seal 100%. It's a hard top, but moisture gets in and you've got to air them out, otherwise you're asking for problems. Now look at the skies again, blue sky, absolutely gorgeous. We're going down over the Don River in a minute, this little bridge down here. Here we go, Don River. It's like a creek actually, it's not a huge river, but that's the bridge over the highway. Thanks again for everyone watching these videos too. I'm glad people are enjoying the scenery and just getting out and about. The dash is a bit of reflection of the gloves. Here we go, Launceston 14, Burnie 42. 42, where are we going? This video has gone for 23 minutes. Yeah, let's go into the heart of Burnie. Keep going. On the highway. Oh, there should be a good water view in a sec. I've got to get in front of this truck, otherwise he'll take the view. So I'll change lanes. Actually, I'll change lanes, and when we get up here, I will zoom in a bit brighter. Oh, we're getting some water spray. Go away with your water spray. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go to multiply them. There we go, look at that. There we go. There is Bass Strait in all its glory as we're coming down the hill. That's the thing about driving around here. There you go, look at that. Moving the camera. You can get into trouble because your eyes are always looking somewhere else. That's what I mean. Hit your brakes. It's got a trailer. Small thing up. Let's go around here, mate. if you're watching right now, I'll give you some numbers 1, 2 and 3, and just put in the comments which view do you like. This is view number 1. It's definitely widescreen. You got more dash down the bottom, and that's the actual rear view mirror up the top here. So that's view number 1. If you like that, put a 1 in the comments for me. That's view number 2. Now this is the main view that I usually run on. It's getting hot in here, I've got a heater on. Yeah, that's view number 2. If you like number 2, put a 2 in the comments. And then we'll go to the gum trees actually. Geez, I love the way the gum trees come out on camera. Slow down to 90. Alright, this is view number 3. Now, yeah, 1, 2 or 3, tell me what you like. It's good, but a lot of people say you get more road, but you do sort of come in a bit closer. We're just about to go over another bridge. I'll leave this camera on. I'm going to go over the Forth, F-O-R-T-H river any second now. Or is it Forth or is it 11? Forth. No, it is Forth. Yeah, Forth River. That's the Forth River. Can't really see too much because of the handrail. But there you go. That is view number 3. So that is 3. That is 2. Two, but whatever you suggest. And that's 1. That's the widescreen. Got my gloves there too. I'll leave it on widescreen and wait for this car to overtake me again. I'm doing 100 in 110 zone, so fair enough. The old Prado wants to go past me. Spray muck all over my windshield. Stay over there, sonny. Let's back to 2. Well, there we go. Well, yeah, that's 2. Yeah, and I love, like, I don't know, here's another question for my wonderful viewership out there. Do you want me to shut up and just have some background music so you can just enjoy the drive? My wife seems to think so. Do you want a little bit of commentary like I'm sort of doing now? I'm sort of talking a bit, maybe a bit too much. But like here we got, on the right hand side here we got Ulverstone's industrial area with all the factories and warehouses and like Suzuki dealership there, Polaris dealership. You've got steel lawnmowers and chainsaws, bloody Hardings, asphalt mix and concrete mix plants. Yeah, and then we're sort of, if I turned off here, you'd be into suburbia in Ulverstone, and you'd go home via Penguin on that nice road. getting back to the conversation about the, do you want me to play music on the videos? Would that be pleasant? Like background music and just complete silence? Would you like conversation? Well, the third thing that I thought was interesting, I've had a few comments about that, is that as I'm driving around, I'm sort of flicking on the radio station looking for news.
Thank you very much. That's Project Harriswa, Chief Commercial Officer at Marinus Link, 936 ABC Radio Hobart, ABC Northern Tasmania. You can join us too. I can see some people hanging on there. We'll get your calls, your comments. Marinus, it's going to be weeks before a final investment decision's made. What should we do? 1300 222 936. Get in touch.
Listen live on digital, online, or those other, industry codes that I was mentioning that have not been registered, have not been approved by the Safety Commissioner yet, but, they cover things like app stores, messaging services, porn sites, gambling companies.
Aren't we lucky we've got Angela up here reading those draft reports for all of us and making sense of them? I was speaking to her a little earlier this morning. So this new check on your age is going to come into place from December this year. You'll have to prove how old you are before you can use search engines like Google and Microsoft.
What a load of garbage that is.
The World Dragon Boating Racing Championships are about to get underway in Germany, and you're about to meet the Year 12 student who's going to be captaining the under-18 Aussie team. Portia Roberts from the New South Wales Central Coast says she's continuing a family love for the sport. She's following in the footsteps of her mother, father and grandmother, as our reporter Emma Simkin discovered.
By the way, we're going over another river, but that's another story. Let's get back to the dragon boats.
Which was a bucket, and I'd hit the bucket and I'd have a blast and I'd, watch the scenery. And then I became 12 and I got in the boat. I'd sit next to either mum or nan.
It's somewhat of a family affair after Portia's mum, Justine, was drawn into the sport after attending a come try day with a work colleague.
And I'm like, oh my God, I have just found my home, and it was great.
So what was it though?
It's the ultimate team sport. Without your bench buddy, the person sitting beside you, behind you or in front of you, you're not going anywhere. So you really rely on each other to get that boat moving. So you're working together, you're keeping in time with each other. So it's unity. There's nothing quite like it.
And it's become such a family affair. Your husband got involved?
Yes, he got involved because he saw I was having a good time. So he was curious, wanted to know why I was having a good time. And then my mum and her husband, so mum at 73 and her partner came down and they enjoyed it. And, there was people their age in the boat. So at one stage we had 3 generations in the crew.
Justine is a theatre nurse who juggles her shifts at the hospital with training and has also been selected to compete at the world titles as part of the Para Dragons crew, made up of impaired and unimpaired athletes.
Never did I ever think that I would be ever good enough to represent my country.
And there couldn't be a prouder mother and grandmother than Kathy Doback, who has now retired her paddle.
Just amazing. But mind you, they both deserve it. They're both very committed. My granddaughter is very much like the mother in the determination. You set her a goal and she'll do what's necessary to achieve it, and her mum is the same.
Kathy travelled to Italy last year to cheer on the family and, according to her daughter, still had plenty to offer from the shore.
Yeah, behind the scenes with us, making sure that sunscreen was on the hat, and she had her notebook and her pen and she was writing down all the times. And she comes to me about mid-afternoon through the day, and we'd already done so many kilometres of racing, and she says, darling, I think your crew's getting tired.
Based on the New South Wales Central Coast, Portia travels more than an hour to Sydney several times a week to train while studying in her final year at school.
Definitely a balancing act, just studying in the car on the way to training. While mum's out training, I'm head in the books. Yeah.
And Coach Mary Weaver can't fault Portia's commitment.
She comes to training with a positive attitude. She's a quiet leader through the way she holds herself. And she's not a rah-rah sort of person, if you know what I mean. She's a quiet, all happy, is the ultimate team sport.
And Justine Roberts is certain her daughter's leadership will work when the World Championships kick off in Germany on July 14.
She deserves everything she gets. Yeah, she certainly inspires me, and I have no doubt that she will lead their junior crew to victory at this World Championship. I have no doubt.
That fight there coming from the captain of the Australian under-18 Dragon Boat team, Portia Roberts, who's been speaking with our reporter Emma Simkin.
And that's the third way. Do you want to hear the radio? Okay, conversation. You want me to have music? That's number one, music. You want to listen to me waffling on about where we are and what we're doing. And look at the sign here says we're come and visit Penguin. Check out some videos on this channel and Radio Jonesy's channel. He's got some stuff there for Penguin. But yeah, welcome to the network of Radio Jonesy. This is Auckland Live, Tasmania. There is Radio Jonesy. There is Radio Jonesy on tour, and there is Outback Tasmania. Check those channels out. You want some music? We have the music channel as well called Australian Radio Indie, which has fabulous live music. We have videos from bands and all sorts of music on that channel too. Australian Radio Indie. That is the network, the Radio Jonesy network of channels. But here on Island Life Tasmania, this is just day-to-day stuff. Me doing, I had to be somewhere at a certain time this morning. I did the delivery all the way about 160 kilometres away, maybe, which is around, hang on, let me have a look at my speedo. 160 kilometres is about 100 miles. So yeah, so I've gone 100 miles to drop somebody off, and now I've got 100 miles back. Fun way to spend the day, but thought I'd take you along for a ride on the journey home. The journey down was all in the dark. It's a bit weird for filming. So how long have we been going for now? Oh, 39 minutes or something like that, 38 minutes. Wow. What do you think of the listening to the radio? Did you enjoy that? I would like to hear your comments in the comment section. I'd like to read them anyway. Let's see what else they're waffling on about on the radio.
A deal that would see 50 illegal migrants return to France.
It's a European crisis.
Britain will allow someone else in through a legal route. The one in, one out scheme will be implemented in the coming weeks. Two men who went to prison in the US as teenagers for a 1994 killing have been exonerated following new DNA testing and a fresh look at other evidence. Brian Bowles and Charles Collins were jailed for the death of 85-year-old James Reed, who was found beaten and strangled with a telephone cord in his New York apartment. Their lawyers say their confessions were false and prompted by threatening police interrogations. And a relook into the case indicates Reed was alive hours after the teens claimed he was killed. And Launceston Airport has recorded its busiest financial year on record, with more than 1.43 million passengers travelling through the airport in the 12 months to June. A record-breaking 101,000 travellers passed through the terminal last month, a 10% increase on last year. More news at 10 o'clock.
Step into the wild with Dr. Anne's. As she gets up close to the world's most elusive animals. Dr. Anne's Secret Lives starts Tuesday, July 15 on ABC TV and ABC iView.
Leon with you this morning on your local ABC. Happy Friday. school holidays Friday. On mornings around Tasmania, Friday Forum, about to welcome some guests in to have a look at the 8 days out from the state election, what they've learnt this week. We'll talk about the performance of the Liberal, Labor, Greens parties, independents, minor parties to this point in the campaign, and we'll get their take on the Stars bid for support to keep operating in Hobart. All that and more coming up on Mornings Around Tasmania. On your local ABC, this is Wilson Phillips. The song's Hold On.
CFM. Closure will have a major impact.
It's 135 jobs that we can't afford to lose, and those families that are impacted, and also the growers, the 60 growers depend on the peanut company of Australia to process their peanuts.
The auctioneer of the original Hermes Birkin bag says a near record-breaking bid reflects its significance in the fashion industry. It's now the second most valuable fashion icon ever sold at an auction in Paris, costing over $15 million. The first is a pair of ruby red slippers from the Wizard of Oz, sold for almost...
Did you hear that? One of the first handbags, 15-something million dollars. OMG. People have got too much money.
Good morning. It is Friday, the 11th of July. Sarah Morris with you. Great to have your company. Coming up, the US and Europe have started preparing for life after war in Ukraine, but there's still no sign the conflict is coming to an end.
Oh, God, leave that crap alone. Bloody politics and government, ABC government slant on anything. You want to look left and look right and work it out for yourself, because let me tell you, they're leaning one direction, and most people know which direction it is. Oh, check out those views. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. Dang. I missed it. Too slow on the uptake. Let's go back, and we gotta go back. Back. Yep. Oh. This guy's going too slow for me, even though I don't mind driving slow. I'm just going to slowly go around him. Then cut across. He's got a ciggy in his right hand. Steering wheel in his left hand. He's relaxed. Here's another river too, by the way. How many rivers have we gone over so far? Is that number 5? So, yeah, this has been a good little drive. Actually, I've quite enjoyed myself. The weather's... I started off this morning, it was -2. It's now 9 degrees. Absolutely. Nearly got double figures. Nearly got double figures. Tide's coming in. I can see it there on the right. dots. There's a rainbow as we're coming into Burnie. Look at that. Absolutely magnificent. Ivanhoe. Now look at that rainbow in Ivanhoe. Need to get some rocks for the garden too this weekend. I might go down for a walk on the beach. Look at that rainbow. Absolutely fabulous. Different shades of blue on the water too. It's the old football oval and trotting track there on the left. Talking to my daughter, she wants to go down to the trots when they're on, so we'll keep an eye out for the next race meeting. And I'll bring you along on one of the networker channels. I like saying that now. The Radio Jonesy networker channels. Radio Jonesy on tour. Radio Jonesy Island Life in Tasmania. Outback Tasmania. And Australian Radio Indie for all your music needs. There you go, 5 quality channels. There is more, but those 5 are actually getting watch time and people are enjoying them. And so I keep doing them. What else would a man want to do than film his life and stick it on YouTube? Later too, the old Bunnings. Got a project to finish. Oh yeah, screw went there, but no, I could get on going this way. Alright guys, we're back in the industrial area, not in the city centre of Burnie. Gonna go up and get myself some couple of things from the grocery store. That should be exciting. That should be very exciting. This has been a long video, but I hope you've enjoyed it. If you stayed this long to watch it, I take my hat off to you. You must really like going for drives. And I love taking you. There's a lady feeding the seagulls, look at that. And they're about a kilometre off the beach. Alright, we're going up here. Climbing up the ridge line. had more rain here than I've had on the road. Pretty wet and slippery. Thank you everyone for your patronage, your support, and I would love you to watch another video. Pick a video here on the screen, or anyone from the network of Radio Jonesy. Until we meet again, ciao.